Secrets of a lifetime. So, what qualifies me to have something special for you? Well, I've been around a long time, and these things don't always come up in conversation. So, I think this is maybe the fifth in the series, Secrets of a Lifetime. Today, we're going to dwell on communication skills, and hopefully you can pick up something that might be helpful for you. So just relax and we'll get into it. Good communication skills aren't reserved for a select few, it turns out. They're skills anyone can cultivate. It all starts with something quite simple, active listening. You might be surprised that you already know a lot of the principles. It's about being present and engaged in the conversation. Picture this: maintaining eye contact and asking genuine questions, ones that flow naturally from what the other person is saying. Look for something intriguing in their words or something that piques your interest or curiosity. Doing this, you're not just listening to them, you're helping them share their thoughts and experiences. Sometimes, when someone does most of the talking, they'll walk away and they'll be amazed at the nice conversation they had with you, even though you hardly spoke a word. And here's a little secret: everyone loves their name. They love to hear it. So use their name throughout the conversation, but keep it natural. Don't be silly about it. Now, being clear and concise isn't always a walk in the park. I've written countless emails, had my dear wife critique them, made revisions, printed them out, reviewed them again, and sometimes even slept on them overnight. Once you hit the send button, it's tough to take anything back that you've said. So make the first time golden. But let's not forget about body language. It's a silent communicator, if you will. If you're unsure about your body language, then you have to ask a friend or a confidant to give you an honest feedback. Not everybody is comfortable with their own body language. That feedback must be honest, and you must be willing to listen to it. Things like fidgeting, avoiding eye contact, or being just antsy can make people uncomfortable. And don't neglect your facial expressions. If you're happy inside, let your face know it. If you're earnest, then don't be afraid to have that face too. Now here's a gem for you. Adapt to your audience. If they speak softly, match their tone. If they're racing through their words, kindly ask them to slow down or speed up yourself. If their words are a bit unclear, don't hesitate to request clarification or even suggest that they use alternate phrasing. And if you find yourself in a noisy environment, use your soft-spoken voice. And if you have to, politely ask for the volume adjustment. Remember, you don't have to sacrifice professionalism for understanding. You can meet people where they are. I've always liked the saying that if you get a call, return the call. If you get a text, reply with a text. And if you get an email, respond in kind. It helps keep the lines of communications clear and aligned. I might add that often when you send a text, if you have two questions in it, only one gets answered. So do one text with a question and send another text with a question. Well, let's see. Also, when you're, especially in business, when you're doing this, is to try to keep clear and concise notes. There are programs where you can find out if somebody opened your email. Text is a little different, but text, you can get a program that will save all your text so that you have that conversation going back and forth and you can save it away. Now let me share a valuable lesson from my father-in-law, George Stewart. He's a seasoned realtor. He stressed the importance of storytelling. When I started working for him, he said, with experience, you'll gather stories that you'll be able to help buyers and sellers relax. Those stories will naturally emerge as you gain experience in your field. Doesn't matter your field. Remember, stories are remarkable tools in communication, and they bridge the gap and are great connections. People will relate to stories. You're bound to encounter situations where agreement is elusive. Instead of having arguments, consider agreeing to disagree and then moving forward. Often you won't change someone's beliefs. If you have solid facts, present them calmly and let the facts speak for themselves. If they choose to disregard facts, well, that's their choice, and they'll bear the consequences. In my real estate days, we had a term for keeping in touch. It was called dripping. It meant staying in contact with friends, clients, suppliers, anyone you wanted for them to remember you. In real estate transactions, they might be years apart. A person buys a house now, on average, they don't buy another one for 7 years. But those folks can be your best source of referrals, and they'll only refer if they remember you. So dripping is the way to go. It can be emails, text, combination, phone calls, maybe take them to lunch once a year. But dripping can be annoying if the communication lacks value. So ensure that whatever you do, that you're adding value. Don't just take their time. Thanks. Go get them.